This ABC 15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. Straight up.
I'm Katie Ramel with your top stories from ABC 15 Arizona. The United States Capitol under siege. An unprecedented protest turning to a riot, stopping the constitutional process today to certify the election results, confirming President-elect Joe Biden. Arizona legislators in the thick of it.
I rise up for myself and 60 of my colleagues to object to the counting of the electoral ballots from Arizona.
The day beginning with Arizona leaders objecting to our state's certified votes, forcing Congress to debate baseless claims of election fraud, claims that have been disproven time and time again. Republican and Democratic lawmakers alike pleading for President Trump throughout the day to ease the tension in all this. He tweeted out a pre-recorded video where he did ask people to go home and stay peaceful, but in the same video reiterated those baseless claims that the election was stolen, claims that have continued to give rise to tensions. Earlier in the day, the president promised to join his supporters marching down Pennsylvania Avenue to the Capitol. Instead, though, he retreated to the White House after speaking at that rally where he vowed to never concede the election. President-elect Joe Biden also speaking to the American people.
But today's reminder, a painful one, that democracy is fragile, and to preserve it requires people of goodwill, leaders of the courage to stand up, who are devoted not to the pursuit of power, but or the personal interest pursuits of their own selfish interest at any cost. Let me be very clear. The scenes of chaos at the Capitol do not reflect a true America, do not represent who we are. What we're seeing are a small number of extremists dedicated to lawlessness. This is not dissent. It's disorder. It's chaos. It borders on sedition. And it must end now.
Now to the latest on COVID-19 here in Arizona. The Department of Health Services reporting 7,206 new COVID cases. So that brings the total number of cases to more than 574,000 since the pandemic began. Sadly, we have lost 127 more Arizonans to this virus. And only about 7% of our ICU beds across the state are even available. That's 129 beds left in Arizona. Hospital leaders say facilities are at their worst position since the pandemic began. Meantime, though, Maricopa County announcing that they'll be moving into Phase 1B starting next week. But we're already learning appointments will likely be limited. Eligible populations include teachers and all school staff, child care workers, law enforcement, protective services, and adults 75 and older. Maricopa County hosting a news conference saying they'll start vaccinating those in 1B starting next week. However, a lot of the details not given yet, as county officials say their plan is still evolving. The county says starting next Monday, they'll post more information on how to schedule an appointment on their website. Those who are eligible in this group will be able to get the vaccine at one of the 5 pod sites until they're able to expand to more locations. But those appointments are going to be based on what time slots are open and are not already booked up by healthcare workers.
We're not just going from 1A, vaccinating healthcare workers, to just vaccinating 1B. We're making a slow transition. The majority of appointments for Monday are already filled with healthcare workers. So what we're trying to do is open up to the priority groups in 1B as soon as we can, because we know people are anxious to get vaccinated.